So it's a tale as old as time, a battle that's been fought for ages, the battle between good and evil. Probably not to that level, but it's still a really good debate. Let's talk about macOS versus Windows and which one is the best operating system for you. So for this particular debate, I'm going to go through a list of things that I think an operating system needs to do really well, and I'm going to tell you which one of these operating systems does that thing really well. And by the end of the video, I'm going to tell you which operating system is best for who. So let's get started. So let's start with the setup experience, and for me this one is a tie. Both do a really good job of kind of holding your hand and walking you through the entire setup process. Both take you into an account setup, both give you the ability to create new accounts, both give you the ability to add accounts that were linked to previous machines and sync down the information accordingly. That way you're not losing anything or any time. So if you had an old Microsoft account or if you had an old iCloud account that you wanted to link to the new Mac or Windows, it do an amazing job of recognizing any drivers that need to be updated, any information that needs to be installed to get you functional. So any peripherals or accessories that you have connected would automatically be recognized. If you have a keyboard and mouse, monitors, both operating systems do a fantastic job of that initial setup process and getting you into the machine and working as quickly as possible. So in this category, both of them are going to be a push. It's going to be a tie. So the next thing we're going to take a look at is included applications, and this one is going to go to the Mac. There's just way more freebies that come with the Mac OS when you put it up against Windows. You're talking about Books, Calendar, GarageBand, iMovie, Keynote. They have a really good email app, Messenger, Notes, Numbers. That's basically an Excel type platform. They have QuickTime Player. They have Screenshot. They have a script editor. With Windows, you're getting some really good productive applications like Word and Excel, but you kind of have to buy Microsoft Office to get access to all those great applications, so they don't come as freebies within the Windows operating system. You do get like StickyPad and Skype and Translator, but for me, Apple kind of really nails it with the overall setup of their free applications, and you can just kind of get in and get working and do a lot more right out of the jump without purchasing anything additional when you set up your Mac OS. Now, the next one is really important to me. I like customizing everything. So customization of an OS is an important feature for a lot of people because you do spend a lot of time with these operating systems, and making them tailor-made to you as an individual is extremely important. And in this category, I do also give them both a tie. They have some really great customization features. You can customize the background, you can customize the applications, you can customize the app size on both of them, just offering some really great features to kind of make this operating system your own. I mean, you even have features and options that let you decide whether to enable dark mode or light mode, or change different system elements like the applications or the size of text or fonts. It just gives you an overall ability at the end of the day. If you take your time, you have all the options available to really tailor make these desktop experiences to your liking, and it works across the board. So both Windows and Mac give you some really great customization features. This one, again, is going to be a tie. So the next one we're going to talk about is something that you definitely cannot avoid in this day and age, and that's the mobile integration of this OSs. Most people work on their mobile devices. Having a mobile integration so you can move from your mobile device to your desktop is imperative for any operating system that's currently available on the market. And the winner of this one, there's no surprise, it's going to be the Mac. I mean, this is the Apple ecosystem on full display. Don't get me wrong, Windows has made some really great strides with that Your Phone app that's now in Windows. That basically gives you the ability to easily connect your phone to the Windows desktop. You can view photos, you can view videos, you can even use some applications. But on the Mac side, it's just that everything that Apple sells that is mobile seamlessly connects to their Macs. You have the Apple Watch that can unlock your MacBook. You have the iPad that can be used as a second screen. There's a thing called AirDrop that exists that allows you to move photos and videos between devices. Scary easy. It's just the Mac ecosystem, hands down, better integrates with their just overall mobile devices. And that's because they basically just make everything. They make their phones, they make their laptops, they make their watches, they make their tablets, and they make their desktops. So everything, of course, is going to talk a lot better when you have one company making everything versus a bunch of companies making a bunch of things. So let's talk about one of my favorite subjects, and that's going to be gaming. And when it comes to gaming, Windows wins, like hands down. down. There's some gaming on the Mac, but if you're a hardcore gamer, Windows is going to be your platform of choice. I mean, with things like xCloud and Steam and the Epic Store, not to mention the fact that most people now choose to build custom gaming PCs, and it just gives you a plethora of different choices you can make. You can kind of custom make this PC to whatever gaming experience you're looking for, and Windows just integrates so much better with VR than the Mac OS does, and that's where everything is going with the gaming. Just more interactivity, more community. Overall, if you're a gaming freak, if you're someone that's definitely into gaming, there's no way that Windows isn't going to be the platform you go to. The next one is really important. It's going to be security and stability, and for this one I give the slight edge to the Mac OS, and that really is only because Windows has such a long list of vulnerabilities. Ransomware, spyware, botnets, viruses, all these things are more synonymous with Windows. And even though Macs aren't immune to new attacks, it just a longer list on the Windows side. And also because Apple kind of controls its hardware ecosystem, and because third-party drivers are a major cause of instability in systems. I'm talking about like the blue screen of death that if you're a Windows user, you dread to see, but I think we've all seen at least once. Mac is going to be a little bit more on the stable side. And that again comes into play when you have one company kind of producing everything versus a bunch of companies producing a bunch of things. Those third-party drivers, those third-party add-ons, they definitely sometimes clash with each other and cause different errors. You're just not going to get that on the Mac side. So the next one we're going to take a look at is ease of use. And of course, this one also goes to Mac. That's like their whole thing. Their whole pitch is how easy this thing is to use. It's basically plug and play, and anyone from a small child to your grandma can just sit down in front of a Mac and they're off and running. Now, whenever you're dealing with Macs, for the most part, what I notice is that they don't have a bunch of submenus, and everything just kind of is a little bit more self-explanatory than it is on Windows. There isn't a bunch of pop-up windows. There aren't things that non-tech people would find really intimidating. Don't get me wrong, Windows 10 is a great operating system, and they've done a lot to make it a lot easier for people to pick up and use, especially new users. But in the end, I think Windows is just a little bit more cluttered, and overall the Mac is just a little cleaner and a little less scary for people who aren't really technologically sound. So let's talk about navigation, and this is going to be basically the taskbar and start menu versus the Apple Dock and their application docking menu. And this one is going to go to Windows for me. That start menu is a classic thing. Everybody knows the Windows start menu. Everybody knows how to navigate to the apps in the start menu. And I think overall, just the applications and the way they work on Windows are a lot better than Mac. One of the instances with Macs, because it's more of a programmed based system than an application based system, is if you have an application that's already running and you click on it on the Mac's app dock, it could pop up with the application and you don't even realize you're actually in the application until you look at the top of the screen and then you see the different file menus. I can't tell you how countless of times this happened to me. Keep clicking on it thinking that the application's not opening up, but it is opening up. I just have to initiate the start of the application. That's not going to happen with Windows. Whenever you click on a specific application on your taskbar or on the start menu, that application pronounces itself on your screen. It's going to be the predominant thing on the screen that pops up. It lets you know that you're in the application, which gives you the ability to navigate those applications a lot better. I think that the start menu is a lot more organized, and the Apple docking for all the applications themselves, closing out applications, is a lot easier on Windows for me. Some people don't get the fact that Xing out an application on a Mac doesn't necessarily close out the application completely. The application continues to run. So I think the overall navigation and the overall use of applications, this is definitely a win for Windows. So in the end, which is better overall? I can tell you that they're both really good operating systems, and in the end, like anything with tech, all that really matters is what you're going to be doing with it. If you want a big gaming beast, if you're going to be a gamer, then Windows is definitely the operating system for you. If you're already in the Apple ecosystem, you have an iPhone, you have an iPad, then there's no question about it. You should definitely go with a Mac. It just gives you a lot more benefit, a lot more bang for your buck. If you don't have much money, but you want a ton of choices, then Windows is going to be the best bet for you. They have a ton of people making Windows-based machines, where Apple only has one company manufacturing Mac OS machines, and that's Apple. So what they charge is what you pay. On Windows, you have a plethora of other companies. So if you're working on a budget, it's probably going to be a better way to go. If you're more of a business mindset and you want to use applications like Excel and Word and PowerPoint, Windows is probably going to be your best bet. Even though those applications do run on Mac, they're native to the Windows platform, so you'll have a better overall experience with plugins and just getting everything integrated using Windows. But if you're more of a creative type and you're doing editing for music and videos and photos, then maybe the Mac is the better way to go, because it gives you a more open experience to switch between the different Apple devices that are available. So you can take a picture on your iPhone, airdrop it to your Mac, do some editing, airdrop it back to your iPhone, and that seamless connectivity, you just really can't beat it. That mobile integration is a big win on the Apple side. So really my question to you guys is, which operating system do you prefer and why? If you're checking us out on YouTube, go ahead and comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you're listening to us on any other platform, stop by our YouTube channel, comment down below on this particular question. I would love to know what you guys think. Guys, thank you so much for checking out the episode. Remember, if you have any kind of tech question that you want us to research and answer and make a episode about, go ahead and tweet us that question. Our Twitter information is going to be below wherever you're listening to this particular episode. Again, thank you so much for checking us out. Make sure to stay safe out there. Try to be a smart friend to someone. And until I see you guys next time, peace out.